It's okay, you know. He's not played for the day. He can just chill.
Yeah, he can chill, just watch, you know.
Why not? But another cold lane ban here from side of RQ is saying,
Oh no.
you know what, I'm gonna focus on the gold laner while you focus on your roam instead.
Yeah.
Question is Novaria roam
Possible.
viable?
I think so, but RQ are severely lacking front line, right? I don't think the Fredrin can do it alone, especially up against this comp, and especially if they will pick up a ton. It's also something that we have seen Watts go for many times. It's a good lane against the carry. You don't like really bully the carry, but you farm pretty well. The carry can zone you, but you can play it right. You can play it to scale. They go for the Roger instead. They don't want to scale. They want to dive. So still very. It's according to what they have planned in the first phase. They want to dive. They want to make it messy. They want that Akai to split this front to back up. Now RQ. They might actually go for what you said earlier, Gani. Like, they can go for the the Florin. If they want to deny the execute possibility of this Roger, they can go for heals. They can also go for just more frontline, which is the safer option in my opinion.
Roger needs to jump in that backline to really create, you know, havoc and chaos. And I think they really want to shield away this Roger from any possible threats. So RQ, either they need a healer or they need something that they can really pin down the Roger, or maybe an extra frontline to just sustain their way to the battlefield. But it's going to be Thamas and the Ruby. Now talk through this pick for us, Mirko.
I love the Thamas. You need a frontliner. Thamas also does really well in the lane against Mr. Man himself, Arlet. But this is the thing, for Dewa, they technically have a flex for their XP. The Arlet is a flex. It can still go roam. And you know what, this is a bit crazy, but the Akai can also go roam. We have seen this from Drian back in the day when he was playing for Onyx, playing the Akai as a roamer. So it's still kind of a very weird position that we have here for Dewa. They can flex the Arlet, they can even flex the Roger, the jungle, technically. They go for the Lilia.
What?
And yeah, there you go. Roger's gonna go to the jungle, I believe. Wait, Lilia jungle? What was that?
Gary Akai. So
Wow.
Lilia and Valentina, though. Where?
Wait. Oh my.
So I think Lilia gold.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so Roger jungle? Akai roam? Is that where we are? We have a Lilia, folks. The meta's getting crazier now.
Feels like we're living in 2060 with these compositions. We did see yesterday Onyx playing without a marksman in that gold lane.
It's
Roger
what?
gold.
Valentina roam.
Valentina.
Wow.
roam.
Okay. So we
Rian and his fluidity.
we did think they would be playing Roger in the jungle, but it's gonna be Roger gold and Rian. How will he be able to traverse in this Valentina as a roam pick? But we will get to there later on because it's gonna be the first match of today. It's the Kings against the Gods. Will the Gods be able to stomp down and get their first win against the Kings? It's RRQ against Dewa United.
I mean, just wow from the drafts alone.
Welcome to Mobile
Dewa,
Legends!
Drian with the QC. I mean, technically it can work as a roam, right? You don't have a setting skill, but if you steal the I'm offended, that's a set.
The steals could be very much a catalyst for the team fights, and I think that's how Ruyan really want to place this. But will he be too focused on getting the ultimates from the enemies?
Well, I think right now it's actually really good for the mid-control aspect. They have Lilia, probably the best mid laner when it comes to just getting that mid-prio. On top of that, they have the Valentina. So the Valentina is the one zoning RRQ away, and Kaze is just taking the lane as slow as possible.
See, the battle of Lethal, though, will be taken for the side of Dewa United. And yes, with Valentina, with Lilia, they're clear in the mid, will be very key in the rotations as well.
A lot of pressure already in the early stages of the game at that middle lane, of course. For Drian, it's going to be him playing fluidly throughout the lanes and just trying to get, you know, zones out and prioing, helping his laners to really just, you know, excel and even push the waves further.
Yeah, speaking of, though, looking to excel in these team fights for RRQ, Irad has actually gone for Impure Rage. A pretty interesting build to go for. We usually see the, oh, Irad.
Early heavy spin, a pre-turtle. Let's see, Irad soaking damage against 3 players of Dewa, and that's first blood by the veteran, Drian.
Wow, Irad is down early. And that first blood is going to be secured by Dewa United. And I feel like in this little skirmishes, Dewa will always have the upper hand.
Yeah, they will, especially early on in the game because of the fact that they have two mid laners, technically, two mages that can get prio super fast early on. Also though, Irad, the fact that he went for Impure Rage means that his clear won't be as good as we usually expect from the Fredgen. Usually the Concussive Blast is the option to go for in MPL.
See here, Vin again. They want to contest this. Let's see, the turtle take will be Gary. Gary, though, taking damage. Vin will fall. And Dewa United, they might go for a banana, but it seems like no. They will calm down a bit. And oh, final slash committed onto his banana, stunning him down with the help of Drian. Kimura will take another kill.
Buy one, get one free. They get the turtle and they get banana in that exchange. But Irad trying to be hunted down. Look at Rion is just being such a pest with the Valentina of all things.
Always just trying to get prio and then rotate, but not to set, but to poke. And that's actually amazing, honestly, right? The fact that Dewa United now have another sort of way to poke down their opponents before these team fights to give the Fredgen more pressure. And even then, look, they're going for it again. Invade.
Is this an over-commitment move? Gary taunted. Lemon misses the sphere. But it seems like the purple still will be stolen by Dewa United.
Gary's thick. He is very thick. So in these little exchanges, he's going to be able to sustain the pressure. And again, Rihanna just trying to shadow Gary in the movements around the map. Feels like a synergized move that Dewa could always get their hands on the objectives, on the lane assignments, and also on the map as well.
This is a very scary composition that Dewa have that they can play with because, again, if they are able to get a snowball going, this snowball will not... Oh man, wait.
With a flicker though, it will help, but no, 3 members is just too much for Bunny Cutie to survive. Another kill on the board for Dewa United, but Lemon finds the response, finding another kill. Now Irad with the flanks, but it seems like not enough damage yet to add more for RRQ.
Case is down, he wasn't able to escape, and we haven't even talked about how Dewa could exploit Bunny Cutie and that, you know, gold side of the map, but he was taken down. So far, it is Dewa United just trying to, you know, exert pressure everywhere aside from gold. It was just this time they took over the gold and they were able to get it down.
A whole lot of kill pressure from Dewa. That's why they can actually just utilize this mid prio so much more.
Oh my god, Kimura. The front side of the map here. Soaking damage, but also buying time. Now I'm offended onto it, so that was huge. Flickers out of the way. Banana actually the first one to fall. Irad pinned down. Case picks up the double, and the turtle will be free for Dewa United. No! Lemon says no.
Daylight robbery from Lemon. He's able to at least bandage the wounds of RRQ, getting the turtle, but again, it's still Dewa showing dominance on these little team fights.
The game's happening! Damn you, Novaria! It happened yesterday against Kyrie. And now today, against Gary. These Novarias are getting out of control. My goodness. So at this point, the junglers just need to retreat, right? If you're up against Novaria, just retreat. I don't think anything is free anymore. But seriously, the layering of skills and the layering of how they actually went for that, Dewa kited in that team fight so well. They were playing back and forth. Kimura saved the flicker up until he was very low, but at that point has already baited out the Vengeance. That was really the green light for Dewa. Once the Vengeance is gone, Dewa can just capitalize fully on that resource being depleted and look for a full team fight. But they lose out on the turtle. Hold up.
Oh, heavy spin onto Irad. Damage though, will it be enough? I'm offended to relief of pressure. But Gary now is the one going to fall. What a counter play. Now Vin looking for a target. Bunny QT with the flicker play, but does not pay it off. Now, Dewa United want to collapse. The final slash is there to take the double.
Felt like there was light at the end of the tunnel for the Kings, but Dewa United again with the pressure, with the all-rounder. They get everything. As RRQ, they were able to get 1 kill, but that's all.
That is all.
So unfortunately for RRQ, they look for the team fight up against Dewa. Skirmish composition. They were doing well for themselves for a bit, but in the end, they definitely did lack the consistent damage coming through. Meanwhile, for Watt, he was just having a roll in the enemy turret. We said it, right? As long as you are able to get people low, this guy is a boss at executing people. And Watt was so low. He was tanking the turret for a while, but the light couldn't pounce. Gives you so much pressure around these neutral or turret dives actually to juggle the aggro, and that's what they were able to capitalize on. Watt survived with such low HP, and now he's already grouping up with the team. They want to just go for the neutral objectives.
So 1-over-1 though, and the turtle, they're gonna find a pull from Vin!
Yep, undefended flicker. He will find the turtle though. Right now isolated in a 3v1. Now let's see Gary, Kimura, Watt. Can they do it? Can they take Irad down? The answer is yes, as Kimura will pick up the mega kill.
That was a very close pull. But again, Dewa, they're just prolonging their lives here. Banana is in trouble.
Oh, very low, surviving though, but it seems like now Keys will try to burst him down. Banana, 1 HP, will be taken out. That's quite easy. That's another kill. 2 kills actually for Dewa United.
And all RQ could get was a turret, a tier 1 up top. Dewa will take the turtle, they'll take the fight, they'll take a tier 2 down below with Watt.
Wow.
And man, Drian is super tanky. He's 1-0-11. I just took a look at his items. No, Gary, no. Wait, okay? I want to talk, please. Brute Force Breastplate, first item for Drian, who was 1,000 gold ahead of Vin. 1.2k to be exact. Goes in for Oracle next. The man's just building tank. I was actually expecting him to build some sort of damage here, knowing that they are so far ahead. But the discipline coming in, you gotta respect it. Maybe this is a new meta for the Valentina. So far, he's been doing great. He's been terrifying. He's relying on the base damage alone to deal damage, enough to poke RQ, not to death, but low enough for the rest of the members to fully capitalize on it. And the fact that they also have this Arlet going full tank. Usually, we would see one physical item. It's gotta be the Hunter Strike usually, or at least a Fury Hammer. Then you go for the full tank build. No, they don't care. They think they have enough damage with just Drian, Watt, and Kaze, and even then, Drian with no damage items is enough with just the base.
And that's Drian also exerting pressure without the IMU ultimate steals. You know, we haven't really seen a stolen pull from Drian. It's just him trying to exert pressure with the Valentina, with the tanky build as well. So now, the question is, Mirko, how does RQ stem all of this? Because it feels like Dewa is just steamrolling with all the advantages they have.
Yeah, well, the plan for RQ was to out-sustain Dewa in these fights. If they are able to bait out these big abilities from Dewa United and layer their abilities with their own consistent damage, with Bunny, QT, Irad as well. That's why Irad went for the Impure Rage. They were expecting a longer team fight, but they did not expect the burst to be this big. They did not expect the goal lead to be this big.
Gary taking heat. Banana now jumps in. Gary backs away. Dewa United now. Oh, good flicker by Kimura again. Trying to zone out players for their team. And no angles that can be taken out. Rad taken down by Watt. Gary quite low, will be taken out by Bunny, but it seems like the damage will be enough to take Roger into the double. Now Dewa United on a manhunt. They will find Vin as well. 3 kills plus the Lord.
Again, the Kings are not able to yet swing their swords. The gods sending them punishment. It was Bunny Cutie with the flank angle. But again, he jumps into the front line of Dewa in that fight.
It's really strange to see RQ take this decision every single time. I mean, in the early game, these fights did not go well for them. It won't get better for them in the mid-game. This is a mid-game snowballing comp for Dewa. This is where they find their ultimate strength. Yet RQ continue to gamble and take these team fights.
Now Lord, the first one though, will munch the tier 3 bottom side. It won't be enough for now, but Dewa United, they will focus now on their own jungle, seems like, and also RQ's jungle.
Dewa United just knocking on the proverbial doorsteps of RRQ. It's like Drian is just insanely, brave enough to play on the front lines, just being that, pesky Valentina, but Gary jumps in looking for something, doesn't get anything though.
Heavy spin not yet committed, but Vin now will be pinned down. Damage will be enough to take him out. Now Drian taking some heat. Might be taken down, but no, the flicker was there. Irad taken out next as, my god, the collapse by Dewa. It's almost beautiful, but the defense was magnificent. Gary taken out.
For a second, I thought they could win that team fight and win the game in an instance, but it feels like Dewa has to wait for a while now.
So there's a glimpse of that. The key to victory for RRQ, a glimpse of how they can actually approach these team fights when they try to take the prolonged team fight. Once the heavy spin is used up, the final slash as well, that's a window of opportunity for RRQ to go in. They have Banana, consistent damage. They also have Lemon to enhance these hitboxes for the carry to chase down later as well. So for RRQ, it's not like all hope is lost. It does look bleak for them, but if they are able to get into that late game, to get through the Dewa mid-game power spike, then they would have a better chance. Right now, though, it's still looking real bad for them. Itemization, I want to take a look behind me first. 3-item power spike for Bunny Cutie already, but at this point, it's already kind of late. He's going to the Wind of Nature, and then he will be going to the Melting Roar, should be, or the Wind Talker. Let's take a look at the replay, though, here. What exactly happened? Again, Gary used up that heavy spin. Give Kimura the Vengeance resets. Watt just takes him out. But this is, unfortunately, the weakness in Dewa United's composition. Once they've used the final slash, once they've used the heavy spin, their big resources, it leaves them open to an RRQ counter-attack. So if Dewa understand that and are able to end the game with the initial team fight, win the team fight with the initial team fight, then they'll take it. But if RRQ somehow are able to bait these skills, stay alive, and then go for another fight, that's the way they can come back.
There's a leeway for RRQ without the ultimates. I mean, Gary expended already his heavy spin for this Lord Dance, so that could be consequential for Dewa United, but it feels like RRQ don't want to pull the trigger just yet. They're waiting for an angle that they could exploit. And so far, Dewa, they're playing the safe. They're just trying to bait out the Lords, just trying to force RRQ into the pit.
Yeah, looking at the far lane here, and heavily beneficial is Dewa United, so they're taking their time before pulling the trigger.
Heavy advantage for Dewa right now with a slow push down below. Navaria spotted. That's the green light for Dewa.
Oh my god, heavy spin committed already. Lord taken. Banana now pinned down, but is able to get out. Let's see though, Vengeance committed by Banana. Damage though will not be taken for granted as Dewa United will be there and take him out.
What is godlike? The gods, one of them, being a godlike creature as well. That is what he has been very comfortable in this Roger, just chipping the damage, giving away all of the required, slashes and claws just to get through to RRQ. So RRQ is just bleeding left and right now, and they also have huge waves in the silent lanes pushing towards their base.
Yeah, they're slow pushing it as slow as they can. They're trying to just manage the wave so that it crashes all three of these waves together. Okay is low.
Hey, Black Shoes already forced. Mid, though, will not be defended by RRQ. Dewa United, they are trying to end the game. Let's see, will their firepower enough? Drian! Oh my god, Drian with the jump in. Bunny, half HP, but it seems like now with the Lord, they are trying to tip away the base. Vin taking down first. The base will be the main focus as Dewa United. Before the 15-minute mark, they were able to find the win.
The Kings break their sword. The gods are able to get game number 1 after a stellar performance from the team and from Drian no less. They are able to steal that in convincing fashion, and I won't even say steal. I'll say that they won it dominatingly.
That was a convincing win.
Solid.
Even though the Valentina was not convincing at first when we saw it,